Hello students, welcome to SSD educational classes and I am your instructor, and today we are going to study about the Hathorn study and its natures and conclusion. Let's see about the introduction. Hathorn study, some of the major phases of Hathorn experiments are given as follows. He has told us about the 4 experiments, that is illumination experiment, relay assembly test room experiment, mass interviewing program observation room and bank wiring experiment. The first illustration experiment says that it is explained us about that elimination experiment were undertaken to find out how varying level of illumination. Amount of light at the workplace a physical factor. It means illumination means the amount of light which is given to the worker while they are working in factory or any other place, which affect the productivity. The hypothesis was that with the higher illumination, productivity will increase. In the first series of experiment, a group of workers was chosen and placed in 2 separate groups. One group were exposed to the varying intensity of illumination, whereas the other group was subjected with the experimental changes. It was termed experimental group. It means when we take 2 groups, they are known as the experimental group. Another group are called control group, in which we are giving them illumination according to the lights. It means continue to work under the constant intensity of illumination. They were given a limited amount of light and not the excess amount. The researcher found that as they increase the illumination in the experimental group, both groups increase the production. When the intensity of illumination decreased, the production continued to increase both the group. It means it shows that as the illumination light was given, when the higher light was given, it increases the production. But when the normal light given, it does not affect on the production. The production of the experiment group decreases only when the illumination was decreased to the level of moonlight. It is focused on the point that the production will decrease when the illumination level was decreased according to the moonlight, or it is decreased lower than the moonlight. The decrease was due to the light falling much below the normal level. Thus, it was conducted that illumination does not have any effect on the productivity, but something else interfering with the productivity. At that time, it was conducted that human factor was important in determining the productivity, but which aspect was affecting it was not sure. Therefore, another phase was experiment was taken. And the next experiment was relay assembly test group experiment. It was designed to determine the effect of changes in various job conditions on group productivity, whereas the illumination experiment could not establish relation between the intensity of illumination and production, because the first experiment, which was illumination experiment, does not show about the human relationship. For this purpose, the researchers set up a relay assembly test room for 2 girls chosen. These girls were asked to choose for more girls as co-worker. It means they were given freedom to choose their co-worker. The work related to the assembly of telephone relay. Each relay consists of a numbers of a part which girls assemble into finished product. Output depended on the speed and continuity with the girl work. It means it shows that the work of the speed of girl done by the girls is depending upon the experiment. The experiment started with introducing numerous changes in the sequence with duration of each changes ranging from 4 to 12 weeks. And when the experiment was done, it was noted that the girl which has used more co-worker has given their most productivity. Next experiment was mass interviewing program. During the course of experiment, about 20,000 interviews were conducted between 1928 and 1930 to determine employees' attitude towards the company, supervision and insurance plan, promotions and wages. This interview was taken to know about the attitude of employee or the worker related to company. Initially, this interview was conducted by the means of direct questioning, such as do you like your supervisor, or he is in your opinion fair, or your boss does he have the favorites. These types of questions were asked from the employees. This method has disadvantage of stimulating analogism or the oversupply. Yes or no responses which could not give us the exact solution for the problem. The method was changes to non-directed interviews where interviewers were asked to listen to instead of talking. Arguing overvising, the interview program gave valuable insights about the human behavior in the organization. Next experiment was bank wiring observation room experiment. This experiment was conducted to find impact of small group of the individual in the experiment. A group of 14 male workers and formed into a small workout the group. The men were engaged in the assembling and terminating the bank for the use of telephone exchange. The work involved attach wire with the switches for certain equipment used in telephone exchange. Hourly wages for the each worker was fixed on the basis of average output of each worker. Bonus also gave payable on this basis of group and effort. It was expected that highly efficient worker would bring pressure on the less efficient worker. So it was noted that those worker who was producing higher gave the pressure to the worker who were producing lower and take advantage of group incentives plans. However, the strategy did not work and the workers established their own standard of output. Sometimes strategy fails and it was noted that the workers are making their own standard instead of comparing. And this was enforced vigorously by various methods of social pressure. The workers cited various reasons for this behavior via fear of unemployment, fear of increase in output, desire to protect slow worker, and many more reasons. And this experiment shows that the workers are making their own standard instead of comparing with other workers. This experiment concluded by the Professor Mayo and conclusion was drawn on the basis of two groups, social unit and group influence. The first point shows that a factory is not only a techno-economic unit but also a social unit. Men are social beings. This social characteristics at work plays an important role in the motivating people. The output increased in relay room due to effectively functionings of the social group with a warm relation with its supervisor. In short, Professor Mayo has given importance that human relationship is most important in the organization, and when we create a good relationship, worker will definitely increase their production. And second point, he has explained that group influence. The worker in the group develop a common psychological bond, unite themselves and form a group in formal organization. Their behavior is influenced by this group pressure of work rather than management demand frequency has the predictive on how strongest influence worker would be. Next, we see that group behavior, motivation and supervision. Management understand that typical group behavior can dominate or even supervise individual propensities. It was noted that, and Professor Alfred Mayo has focused that if we perform in a group behavior, we can achieve a more. Then motivation is also needed in the organization. Human and social motivation can play an even a greater role than mere monetary incentives. It means not only the monetary incentives, we should give them non-monetary incentives also in the organization, and employee will definitely increase their production. Next point says about supervision. The style of supervision affect the worker's attitude to work and his productivity. A supervision who is friendly with his worker and take interest in their social problem can get cooperation and better result from the subordinates. Working condition also affect the productivity. Productivity can be increased as a result of improved working conditions in the organization. When we increase the employees' morale, it will also affect the production. Mayo pointed out that workers were not simply clogged in the machinery. Instead, the employee morale can have profound effect on the productivity. If we increase the morale of the peoples in the working in the organization, they will definitely show a higher result in the productivity. Communication is next factor which will affect the production. Experiments have shown that the output increase when workers are explained the logical behind various decisions, and their participation in the decision making bring better result. When we give a participation or when we involve workers in the decision making role, they will get confidence and they will give higher productivity in the organization. And last approach was given as balanced approach. The problem of the worker could not be solved by taking one factor, that is, management could not achieve the result by emphasizing one aspect. They have to see all the aspects in the organization. All the things should be discussed and decision be taken for improving the whole situation. A balanced approach is needed a most. A balanced approach to the whole situation can be better result if we balanced each and everything in the organization. Definitely productivity can be increased easily. And these are the approaches given by the Elton Mayo, which was propounded by Harvard. So these are the points. Hope student you have understood each and every point clearly. If there is any problem, if you find anything difficulties, you can comment me in my comment box. Thank you.